November 13th. Pain is inevitable. Cruelty is unnecessary. You should never intentionally try to hurt somebody more than the situation will already hurt. Never understood him, and I'm sure I never will. But the reason why is most likely because it's incomprehensible to even go out of your way, leaps and bounds, to tear somebody's heart out, piece by piece, digging as deep as you could possibly dig. It's mind-blowing. The fact that someone is capable when they were just in love with somebody for three and a half years, and can so easily and literally kill somebody without actually killing them. But it hurts so bad you wish they did. I wish it didn't hurt so bad. I wish I didn't ever know this kind of pain. I never knew what love was until I met him. And now that I know what it is, and it's been taken from me, I never, ever, ever want to feel it again. They say the level and degree of love, the intensity that you feel, is pretty much the intensity and level that you'll feel when you've been hurt and you lose them. Like, your pain is going to be equal to the amount, but just the opposite of the happiness and the love that you had. It's an accurate scale, I believe. So I've definitely never felt like this before. I was heartbroken when my husband of 18 years left, but it wasn't because I was in love with him. I loved Bill, but we were like best friends for like 3 years before we started dating, and I got pregnant very soon. We started dating September 7th, and I was probably pregnant by like New Year's Eve. So, short relationship at that point to get pregnant. I was 17, he was 16, and I was going to have my son no matter who, what, where, when. I didn't care who was around or who wasn't. I would have gone on welfare like everybody else in the world and worked my way up from there, you know. And so he decided to stay, unfortunately, and I made a little family. We made a little family. You know, I didn't have a family growing up. I didn't have parents. I didn't know what it was like to sit down for dinner with parents. You know, it was a very unstable. I wouldn't say it was a horrible childhood. I mean, my aunt spoiled the hell out of me. But I would have traded all that for having mom and dad, you know. I felt like Annie. So I didn't want to let that go, you know. I loved my little family. Even though Bill was a piece of shit, and he was a drug addict and a drunk, and he beat me and hurt me and threatened me and spent all the money on other things and never came home after work. 12 hours I could call and text him and I wouldn't hear from him. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 hours. Didn't matter. Next day, yeah. You get the idea. And that was like every fucking night. Every night. So, yeah. You know, I loved him, but I was never in love with him. He was an asshole. I even had that argument with one of the girlfriends that he was fucking around with, you know. They're like, well, he's an asshole. And I said, yeah, but he's my fucking asshole. Like, that's how sick I was. And then look at me now. You know, Bill's putting his dick in other fucking girls, and I'm saying he's mine. It was stupid. And Dave's tearing me to shreds, literally. And I'm fighting for him like a motherfucker. What a dumb fucking bitch I am. How did I get so fucking stupid and like, it's like I almost like so used to this kind of treatment my whole life. Like, I just become complacent. And like, I almost feel comfortable, I think, when the next person starts treating me like shit. Like, okay, now I'm home. Do you want to hit me? Do you want to choke me? Do you want to punch holes in walls? Do you want to cheat on me? Do you want to have them write, you know, Dave loves blah 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 and blah 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 loves Dave all over my fucking car window, so when I get in the morning and it's defrosting, I can see that when I get in my car going to work. Like, that's the kind of shit that I went through with Bill. Mike beat the fuck out of me, held me captive for 5 fucking hours. Like, I'll never forget that night as long as I live. I really, in my head, and knowing Mike, I really thought I was gonna die that night. I really, really, really thought I was gonna die. It was the scariest thing I've ever been through. Every surface. I walked through the bedroom doorway, smash my head into the doorway. Walk into the kitchen, he'd take my head by my hair, smash my head on the counter. Walk past the pole, smash my head on the pole. Drag me by my hair through the house. I wanted to clean the litter boxes, so I went out on the porch. It was cold out here, so I scooped the litter boxes, I put it in a bag. And he took the bag of shit and he beat me in the head with it over and over again. If he hadn't had to take a shit that night, it was, mind you, this was, at that point, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. At this point, it started at like 11:30. And 5 in the morning, he goes into the bathroom and I grab my phone that I had hid because I knew if he saw it, he would smash it or something, you know. So I grabbed it. I picked up that phone and I said, well, I can't say my fucking address on here, but, yep, I said my address.
And I hung up the phone and I hid it. And thank God the cops came. And knowing Mike as well as I did, and how insane he was, I told them, I said if I hadn't got that call in, you probably would have got a call from him later on. And when you showed up, you'd probably find him on the floor covered in my blood, and him saying, I don't know why I did this, I loved her. 3 months later, he did a home invasion. Kicked my front door and started choking me. He didn't know Devin was here. Devin beat him fucking bloody. And he got arrested, thank God. I've been through hell. I just wanted Dave to be my safe place. I didn't want anything from him. He thinks I wanted money and things. I didn't want anything from him but him to love me. Him to be there for me, to hold me. If I'm scared, if I don't know. You know? I mean, that's all I wanted was for him to at least tell me that he did love me. I knew he couldn't show it that well. I just wanted him to reassure me every once in a while, and I'd ask for it. And another question, another thing that I ask of him once again, like everything else I've ever asked, went unanswered, ignored, or turned into something else. A nice thing that I'm asking him would turn into him being angry and belittling me and talking down to me and getting angry like I asked something massive, or like I literally said insulting words to him. Yeah, no. I've never experienced anything like this. Mike was a narcissist, but he's also, like, clinically insane. Criminally insane, I would actually say. Bill, he's a narcissist, but he's just a dumb fucking idiot narcissist. But Dave has some evil in him. It's like his soul is black, like, not like evil, like, you know, a monster, even though, yeah, and he takes that very personal. The post I put up, it says, something about, when I was young, I was afraid of monsters, and then when I grew up, I realized that, that most people are monsters too, or something like that, or I don't know, something along that lines, and he's, like, always, like, jumping back to that monster thing, and it's like, you know what, when I posted that, it was a repost from memories, but I don't like to put the memories up. I just like to repost it, and, it was meant for Mike. It was an original post about Mike, and Dave took it personal, and that should pretty much indicate everything I need to know.